Good afternoon. Yeah, it is afternoon. It is also Saturday, which is crazy to me. So I feel like this week has gone really quick for some reason, and I don't really know how, because it's not been all that quick during the week. My hair is in absolute state. Apologies. I am going to continue on the Black Coach, and I just wanted to test something because I haven't actually used the Dirty Down Rust before, but I think it might look good on some of the metallics on the Black Coach, so I'm thinking I might test that to see what it looks like. I'm just trying to work out what to test it on. Probably this. Probably this. So I'm just going to immediately put paint on myself. Fantastic. I have this coffin lid. I figured if I paint that the metallic that I have on my horses. Should also grab a cup for metallics rather than oh, donk. Drop everything, why don't you? Hey, hello, how are you? How's it going? Are you enjoying your Saturday so far? I'm going to put a little bit of the highlight color on there as well. Just a tiny bit, just so I can see what it looks like. How did I get water on top of my sheet? That is not what I want. Leaking, apparently. You'd think that by now I would recognize the signs, or at least not try and cut corners, but no. No. Chores done, time for a little painting. Nice. What are you working on at the moment? I'm literally just going to slap a little bit of paint on here, a little bit of highlight color so I can see what it looks like on both of these, and then let that dry, and then we'll see if this dirty down stuff is any good. I've heard good things, but I'm also not delusional. I know nothing will make miracles. I baked banana bread yesterday, and I put like a lemon icing drizzle on it, and it's dangerous. Yeah, I did a good job with that one. Don't often toot my own horn, but in this case it's a matter of toot toot. So on the instructions here it says shake pot with the ball bearing rattling before every use. I don't actually have... I don't think there is a ball bearing in this, or if there is, it's not... I might just put one in there. I hope it doesn't fuck it. But... see, now I've got rattling. Yeah, so stir contents, remove all lumps, color forms as liquid dries, usually in 1 to 5 minutes. So we shall see. You're working on your son's backlog, some Blade Guard, some 30k, and some Battle Sisters. Nice! Sisters are fun. Oh, that smells hideous. Let that dry for a bit. It says to not touch it with your fingers. Apparently it's quite bad, so we won't. So I realised after I finished painting last week, Wednesday, that almost everything that I've painted, because this is glowy, almost everything will have a little bit of like OSL, and that freaks me the fuck out, pardon my French. Grim, how are you? How are you doing? So now all of a sudden I have to do a bit of glow on everything. And I have just put all my greens back on Wednesday because I'm a silly sausage. So let's go grab those again. I think I might stick with that. Maybe a bit of the Tesseract. We shall see. But yeah, so now I need to work out how to best do that, because there's quite a lot of ethereal stuff. Doing good, got a lot of progress done last night on your current project. Nice. Which one are you working on now? I got the moss as well, the dirty down, so I might stick some on the gravestones to see. Hey Gary, you're not too talkative. That's alright, we don't always have to chat. I'm just appreciative of you being here. Work in progress. Let me have a look. Oh, sick! That looks really cool. The little... The thing in his, like, left arm looks a little bit like cornetto cone at the moment, like waffle cone. Yo Gary, yo Grim. Gary Grim. Stick a ball bearing in here as well, because I don't think I actually know that there's not a ball bearing in there. It's supposed to be a net. I guess you'll have to paint the in-between bits the color of the claw. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Where? Oh, all the way up there. Whoosh. Little gravestone-y bits. I'm just thinking I should probably... Oh look, all these little base toppers, they're really cool. Oh shit, this has green glow on it as well. What does that attach to? It's holding something up. Oh geez, the coach... It flies? It does. So the coach doesn't actually touch the ground. Okay, so I did not realize this. This bit goes in here and in here, fits absolutely perfectly, holds the coach up, and then this bit here attaches to this bit there, So I'm guessing on this side the horse goes in there and there. Okay, but that's really cool. Good thing I've worked that out now, so I can actually put the paint on now. Let me just grab the base color. And so we learn. How is everyone doing today? People are working on their projects. Why is this still wet? I know, right? I wasn't expecting that at all. I thought it was going to be just like the wheels on the ground, but apparently the wheels are not on the ground. The whole thing is going to be sort of floating. And apparently balancing on like just these bits, that and this bit, obviously, and a tiny bit of horse here. So this is going to be one of these models that, one of those models that you don't want to move around too much. You're trying to wake up but failing. I had a lovely lazy day today. Nivian decided that it was my turn to have a lie-in, so he did everything this morning. Cat started screaming for breakfast. He got up and sorted the cat out, let the dog out into the garden, and then made me breakfast in bed, which was really, really nice, unsurprisingly. I am a lucky girl, for sure. In what way are you failing to wake up, Grim? You just not had a coffee yet, or has it been a really, really rough week and it's catching up with you now, or both? Bonjour. How are you doing, Zach? You alright? Yeah, not too bad. I've just worked out how this coach is supposed to go together and realised that I've completely missed this thing, which is a literally a bit that supports the whole thing suspended in the air, so Evie, but yeah, good. Nice. Yeah, I mean, obviously insane that I thought this, but I assumed that the wheels would be on the ground, but they are not. So, and after I finished last week, or on Wednesday, I realised that all the glow coming off the horses is obviously also going to reflect back onto the horses and possibly onto the carriage, so I'm going to have to do some OSL shenanigans. Wheels are not for ground. No, I know, right? Silly me, why would I think that? Wheels are for flying only. Is he nice and angry yet? I keep thinking, oh, when I finish the coach, I'll get on Fulgrim, and then I find more bits to finish on the coach, and I'm like, stress. And Nick just very helpfully pointed out when we were in the kitchen earlier that we were 3/4 through the time. We set ourselves for the challenge, so I'm like, oh my god. His one wing is red. Nice. It's a start. Yeah, I had a bit of an existential crisis, thinking, oh my god, how am I ever going to finish this? But at least he's built, like I don't have to worry about fucking about with resin, and he's ready to go, mostly, apart from the bit that fell off again that I'll have to reattach with UV resin again. Stupid bloody spear. I'm a bit intimidated by the model, if I'm honest. He scares me a bit, and I've seen way too many really, really good ones. And I'm just like, oh my god, mine's never going to be that good. That one. What do you mean lies? You say that, but that pressure that puts on me, man. Good bitch, deal with them. You deal with the pressure. All part of your evil plan. Fantastic. Does explain some things. Yesterday I was really productive. I actually spent probably about 2 hours working in the garden like some kind of responsible homeowner. I was so tired afterwards. Absolutely shreked. And then when I walked back out to try and take a picture of it, you have self-confidence now, get owned. Yeah, I do not though, that's the problem. I fake it. Yeah, when I walked back out again to take a picture of how much I had done, like our other neighbor, the elderly woman was outside. She was watering her plants with like big old watering cans. And I had to pretend that I wasn't pissed at her. That's the plan, will get me there eventually. I mean, it would be nice, but I feel like there isn't a single painter out there who's always, or who's necessarily happy with what they're painting or have painted, or flaws. Look, I know I'm not a bad painter. I know I'm not shit. But the downside of looking at really awesome pictures of models on Instagram is that you see really awesome pictures of models on Instagram. And the things that people create and it's terrifying. You ever seen that sort of thing with the models of humans? 3 butt minimum, yeah. But. Help, I'm being oppressed. Yeah, exactly. Hi, girl painting. You alright? Goth warning. Somebody came to me and claimed he was the king just because some woman waved him with a scepter. It's the whole Monty Python skit, isn't it? I like skits, the movie actually. The Holy Grail. Or is there like king because some crazy bint in the lake threw a sword at you? It's been a long time since I've watched that movie, but that's one of those So you just expect us to bow to you because some crazy bint in the lake threw a sword at you. Okay. Listen. I'm listening. Random woman in pond, distributed source. Yes, that's it. Oh man. Is he wrong though? Thank you. I'm trying to remember when the last time was that I actually watched that movie, and it's even that I can't recall, so it must have been a while. Makes more sense in our current government. You only know the German version. No, you lose so much of the jokes. Oh man. It is such a good movie. I should watch it again. I think what the craziest part is how well these movies hold up. Like, things really do not fucking change. All the social questioning is still very much relevant now. Hey, Paint It, you alright? Bonk. Posture check. Stretch. And hydrate. Ooh, good shout. Bear with. Bear with. Ooh, crick. And hydrate. I came across an account on Instagram the other day of basically women describing their icks and what turned them off the men they were dating and how long into the relationship it was when that happened. And there was a woman describing that the guy she was on a first date with, after every sip of every drink he took, he went, ah. Like, I'd be so done. Oh man. Obviously, so is she. Very done. She did not like that. Haven't up long as you're a lazy man, but you still done the shopping. Very nice. It is the weekend after all. You're allowed to be lazy. It's usually something you find out annoys you about 2 weeks in, yeah. Well, you have WoW things to do. Yes, you do. Have you finished leveling yet? Would I overuse a word? Oh, yes. Bonus point of incorrectly. That's awful, isn't it? That's the Pacific Ocean. Actually, that's not the Pacific Ocean. 73, you're getting there. We're doing the quest line to Dragonflight. Oh! Yeah, that's not going to be quick if you stay there. But it's a nice story, so it's worth it. People who misuse or are so photogenical is the worst. Oh, please. It is very nice. With the War Within live, you won't get as much XP as you could do. You could be leveling really quickly, but you're at least seeing the really, really pretty zone and cool story. Got dragonfly fishing already, yeah. Love is the ability to tolerate. Yeah, but there is a difference between ticks and stuff and just annoying shit. Like, I know I'm not perfect, and I know that I have problems, right? You like fishing around, has been a better journey for you. Yeah, well, it's not... No one is telling you to rush, right? You can take as long as you want. You're the one who pays the subscription fee, so play the game you want and how you want to play it. There's enough good there that little stuff pales in comparison. Yeah, exactly. I also think that a lot of things that annoy us in our partners are things that we don't like when we do it ourselves. So we're a lot harder on friends, other people, partners, or whatever. And I am very aware of this. So if I have any issues with anything, fortunately I'm very lucky. Nick is not really someone to annoy me, to be honest. Can't really think of anything that ticks me off. Greetings to the blurry human shape behind me. That's Vivian. You find BDP annoying. She's an excellent painter, not as good. Yeah, sorry. I really am very good, obviously. Awfully good. Is this what you were after, Zach? Some people cannot stand one thing, another person doesn't mind it at all. Yeah, exactly. Just like I wouldn't necessarily recommend a vegan dating someone who is obsessed with eating steak or bacon or whatever. Like, it can work, but it does require concessions and it's not always easy. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm still learning, so it's but it's I'm enjoying the journey, like you are. It's a good start. Eventually, you drop the sarcasm. Yeah. Yeah, one day I would like to feel like that. It's true. That'd be nice. Didn't date anyone with a mindset of I can fix him. Oh no. There is no fixing people. People are the way they are. If they don't want to change themselves, then they're not going to change for you, right? Plus, why would you want to change a person if you don't like the way they are? Why are you with them? I'd never expect a partner to change for me. If I can't put up with the things that they do that are normal human things, then I feel like you shouldn't be with them. Hello, hello. How are you, Red? Money. Yeah. Yeah, people do a lot for money. Very true. Why is my freaking camera? Oh, I need to take this out. Will that help? Change it for a clear one. Your day is mediocre at best so far. There is still time. Well, it's a Saturday. There's no work to be done unless you work in like retail or are on call or something. It's a real cornerstone for you is if the person complains about their problems but doesn't want to actually do anything about them. Yeah. No, I agree. I read something a while ago about a couple that before opening up about issues said, I'm not looking for solutions, I'm just looking for an ear on this one. Because sometimes you just want to have a bit of a vent, and it can be really annoying if the other person is then coming in with ways to fix it according to them. And I thought that was quite healthy. You explored a fitness club this morning, starting the path of personal upgrades. Very good. You need to vent and say the issue and then just leave it. There's a difference, yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's important. At least 3 weeks of rest. Yeah, I bet. How's it going now? Is it all healed the way it should, or are you still tender? Got some children to look out for. Nice. Shake, 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 shake that booty. Just muscle ache, you have to wait for that recovery period before you can start. No, that makes sense. There is, they've done quite a lot, so you can't wait to get busy. I'm love to be chill person at heart, so for me that would be a dream come true. Like not being able to go to work, being able to just sit here and paint all day would be a dream come true. Gentle walks out with the dog at best. Doing nothing is nice, but it gets boring at some point, yeah. See, I thought that would be the case when I was on furlough. But I actually did not have an issue with it at all. I have a lot of hobbies that are quiet and like introverted, and I have no issue whatsoever doing stuff that is not active, which also explains why I'm not a skinny person. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, it's going. How are you doing, Kat? You alright? Next Thursday, I have finally new doctor's exams approved. Public work agency that you're work incapable. Oh, nice. It's nice to get that made official, that kind of stuff. It's brutal if you have to fight for it all the time. Tired to death, otherwise okay. Couldn't switch off last night. You're at 3 a.m. Ugh. Oy oy oy. Yeah, no, I would be tired as well, I think. I had a bath last night, so I was very relaxed when I went to bed. It really didn't take long for me to crash after that. Thank you so much for the resub. Thank you, Ben. How are you today? Nick is very enthusiastically building and painting tank at the moment. Well, he's not painting, I think. Maybe he is, I don't know.
Speeder.
Oh, he's doing speeder at the moment. Also, awesome. Try not to ruin a normal schedule, yeah. You're good? I'm glad to hear it. No social already in public care permanently, but then inherited money as social program. You came back, your data was deleted. That's fantastic. It's also kind of bananas that they would kick you from a program because of an inheritance. Like, if there is government funding for support, then that shouldn't just disappear if someone dies. Ah, fantastic. Last years they've changed the law. You can now have up to 50,000 euros in your personal account without the state touching it after you inherit. Yeah, wonderful. the lady who used to do our accounts was saying that she wanted to start for herself, and she applied for like universal credit, which is like government funding for people without income or low income. While she was trying to get set up and become like self-employed, and they wanted to see everything, and for every pound of money that she made, they were taking 55p because she was still on credit, and that was deducted off the money they said that she was owed. So she worked for us, had then had to show how much she'd made, and they then deducted all of that off what she was supposed to be getting. So I was like, way to go, that's a great way to make people not want to work. If you're just going to be... She just wanted to work to substitute like the universal credit stuff while she was building up her own client base. And now instead she's had to take a normal employed job again because they were just there was just no reason to try and do it the official way, which is kind of horrible, really. Is A&G doing well? Yes, they are. Alfie is as loud and screamy as ever when he wants something, and G has been really good. Very well behaved, playing with other dogs. Letting me brush him without complaint, which is also very nice. Because he doesn't like it. I've got a new spray to help, like, it's not a dematting spray, but it's a spray that helps the brush go through the hair easily, more like a conditioning spray. Thank you for the stretch. Ooh, hydrate. And the hydrate. But yeah, this spray is amazing. It makes it a lot more comfortable for him, so he's nowhere near as upset with me brushing him. He always let me do it, but he would always be grumbling, and bless him. Hi Nivian as well. Kat is saying hi. He is very busy painting a Land Raider at the moment. I think it's one of Grathax's models. Kat is asking if we can see the Land Raider that you're working on.
Yeah, but it's not got
or the speeder, or whatever.
It's not painted, it's just got filler on it.
At the moment,
Okay, here's the box.
he's got
a box of sub-assemblies at the moment.
He's literally just finished it.
To be sanded.
He literally just finished building it last night, so he's only put the filler on and the bits and stuff. It's not even painted, but yeah, he's such a cool model. Look at this little flap. But yeah, lots of stuff. And you're working on the speeder at the moment, are you?
That's the speed of progress.
And that's just work in progress, if the camera wants to focus on it. Very nice. Thank you. The gap fill begins, indeed. Love you, good old murder box. Yeah. Yeah, he managed to build it in a way that it's not too bad, but it's still an old kit. He realized yesterday that the Land Raider hasn't had an update since 1999, so the kit he's built was 1999, which is kind of crazy to me. But apparently there isn't an awful lot to improve on it, it's just an old kit, so... We got to do a co-stream, you did say that. I wouldn't even know where to begin, to be honest, how to do that. He saw how terrible yours. I needed to fix it. No. He said it was inspiring. He wanted to paint one. Sometimes we see a model that someone else has painted, and you go, "Oh shit, I want that." Sword fighting. You're saying I have a sword? The speeder looks much better paint on it. Yeah. All these models do, to be honest, Ben. It's a huge change. Actually, it looks kind of cool, that dirty down rust. What? What's that?
Oh, just dried out.
Oh Christ, okay. But what are you looking for? You're waiting for the day Games Workshop finally gets rid of all the Rhino-based tanks from the Space Marine range and Land Riders. Public outcry. Outcry, yeah. Hi, Jace, you alright? Is that the lenses out or the lenses in? I'm not sure, to be honest. You won't make Floor your sword in when you're on stream night for Patreon. No, exactly. It's for the Patreon. We'll have to, that's where the, where all the interesting, all the dirty comments go. This stuff reeks. Pew 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 pew. Painted pew, yeah. Is there a command for the commissions? What do you mean? Finally was a new league last night. Finally making another Primaris Lieutenant. Oh, really? I did not know that. No, there is no actual, there's no stream command. I don't feel like that would be something that'd be used very often, so it's, I haven't really thought of doing that. Still leveling. If only. Always good to have your own links. Oh yeah, I suppose I can put my a link to my commission page in there. That's not a bad shout, to be honest. Go take the Nurgle to birthday party. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. And have fun. I hope it's fun. They can be really silly. Kids' birthday parties. They can also be an absolute bore, so for your sake, I hope it's a good one. Right, let's see how that dries. Yeah, I should probably do that. Set that up as a command. And yeah, hadn't really thought of that. Where's my commission paint? It's on blackdogpainting.co.uk. If you wouldn't mind, that'd be amazing. There's a commissions page on there. Time to get bracers recrafted. I still need to get my second, what's it called? The second thingy to create my first craft. I really, well, I'm thinking weapon is probably going to be the best option, but I've never really considered using a two-hander for it, and I don't particularly want to wait another 2 crafts, or like another 2 what's it called, like sigil things to be able to create a shield and a main hand. And I have both an offhand and a main hand at the moment, but the embellishments are just so cool on the current the stuff that I have. So according to the Wowhead Resto Shaman page, if you don't have a heroic track weapon or even mythic track weapon, they suggest early on in the season to craft a two-hander. But I never really considered doing a two-hander because I've always gone for main hand and a shield. And somehow the idea of setting myself back 2 of the crafty things down the line just feels really silly. Like, why would you do that? If you had to name your kid after a Games Workshop critter, which aim, Snotling, Ripper, Nurgling, Drone, Scarab. Probably Ripper. They're all terrible options, and they would all get them teased mercilessly. But Snotling is immediately out. Same with Scarab, because people just call it Scab. Drone is a bit too passive. So Ripper, I guess. Like, none of them are good options, right? So... To be fair, I've seen worse names come out of these celeb babies. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. There's some pretty heinous stuff out there that makes you feel really, really bad for the babies. Awesome. Thank you, Zach. I appreciate that. Thanks very much. Nightbot needs plurals. Snotling has a nickname when young. It works, it works. I mean, I feel like Crotch Goblin is like an universally accepted nickname for kids, right? Doesn't sound very nice, but I feel like a Snotling isn't too far off that. Commander! Yeah, Crotch Goblin. Never heard that one before. It's not a new one. I haven't, It's not a Flourish original, unfortunately. I wish I was that funny. Doing on a phone is stupid, yeah. I should be able to change it by copy-pasting it now, bear with. That might be easier. Seaman Demon, I love it. I don't know why that got bleeped, but it's really funny. Thanks, Zach. I really appreciate it. That's much appreciated. Let's see how that dries. Cool. Now. You did it, it's not. Oh, you did that. I'm not sure online, but well, I've turned off. Glad you. Sorry. Bleep Demon, and then you can fill in the rhyme. Great Unclean One, yeah. I think we're all close to that, to be honest. Why did I use green and not grey? Close the bottle, shake it, shake it. Was that wrist action? I think none of us are particularly attractive when poorly, so it's hardly surprising. The floor keep Adrian. Floor keep action may draw your. Oh, thank you. Perma hungry when ill, yeah. The emote works for me, I can see it. Don't know if that's Oh, I see, yeah, Nightbot won't be able to use it because it's not subbed. It work, yeah. Might be that it's one of the free ones. Because I didn't want to paywall the coolest ones. Didn't feel like that was fair. I know that's counterintuitive to... Nightbot is broke, yeah. You and me both, Nightbot, don't worry, mate. Do, 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 do. Cool. I'd never really thought of it, but using like a dark blue as a grey base, kind of fun. More fun than black. And this blue is also just a really, really good color, so can't really fault it, but... What's everyone working on at the moment? Any cool projects on the go? I know Zach is working on Angry Ronald. Iron Hands! It's because you're an absolute godsend, that's why. Interceptor with smokestacks as a flying stand. Oh yeah, that's a cool one. got to start a diorama and I realised you need to get some green stuff or milliput and there's some gaps on a big dragon. Ugh. One moment can show work in progress, please. Yes. You're at work, but working on your drawing tablet while it's quiet. Nice. You draw as well? Ah. Like, somehow I'm not surprised. I feel like I should do something like that when I'm at work and it's quiet. But I also know that my boss would have an absolute meltdown if he found out that I wasn't actually doing work all the time. And I'm like, give me interesting stuff to do then. Yes and no. Can someone remind me to ditch the Vallejo red paint? It sucks so bad. Which one? I'll have to. I nearly missed that link. Oh yeah, awesome. Yeah, I love those. Love those packs. They're really cool. Literally just called red.
What?
Nothing, not talking to you.
Do you need
No,
red?
no. I'm literally just listening to the chat and... I don't think I have that one. 17926 red. I think the only Vallejo red that I had is the game color, the new one. I think it's newish anyway. That one. Scarlet Blood! Don't think I have other Vallejo red ones. I've got some ammo red ones, they're really good. Quite impressed with those. The new Bloody Red is Awesome-tacular, which I think might be a 106 is the one I have. Just most haven't taken pen to paper since you were a teen and only just got this tablet software the other week. Oh, nice! I bought like Clip Paint Studio many years ago when I still thought that I was going to do digital painting and drawing, which I'm just not very good at, and it stresses me out because I'm not learning as quickly as I would want to. And I'm wondering if I should try to do emotes and stuff because I don't really want to pay someone for the super generic basic stuff, if that makes sense. It'll take them like probably just a recolor of what they've already done. As much as I want to, I always pay, I always tip and everything. I always, because it's one of those things like, if you think you can do it better, do it yourself kind of thing. Like if you think you can do it yourself, then do it yourself. You're not painting, you're not paying for the design, you're paying for all the years of training and all that. But some things I feel like, oh, like I get it when it's a fresh design of something. But if it's a recolor of an existing thing that they just advertise as something, oh, you can have this, it just feels a little bit icky if I'd still pay full price for that. Clip Studio is what you're currently learning. To be fair, I'm a fan. I like Clip Studio. It's a good bit of software, but I'm impatient. But like I said, maybe if I didn't want to make like masterpieces straight away and instead would just paint or do like wow emotes or something like that, then just if it's just a bit of text, or I might not get as annoyed with it. What kind of tablet are you using? Ads. Just ask your eldest daughter to yours now. She's doing a new logo for RoseCon. Yeah, awesome. Sometimes I'm really envious of like kids for just growing up with this kind of stuff and just learning it and just knowing it, and just do this, duh. But then I realize I also have to deal with all the other shit that comes with growing up with that kind of perma online life, and I'm kind of happy that I didn't grow up with internet everywhere and everything being scrutinized by everyone. I did some dumb shit as a kid, so I'm like, yeah, glad I don't have to try and clean up my internet history kind of stuff, because just wasn't much of it, fortunately. The joys of being old. Let's try this. Welcome back, Chase. I asked what kind of tablet you use for your drawing. Been doing art since you could hold a pencil and got an iPad. Last year scan design at college. Wow. You must be proud as hell. See how that dries. No idea. No idea. Smells hideous. Got a cheaper one off of 11.6-inch screen. Fike. You're really impressed. Oh, cool. Would you mind sharing a link? Curious now. Good morning, Dagamad. How are you? Little tired, hard week. I hope you're able to recharge this weekend. Hard week, just work related hard, or was it hard in different ways? If you want to share, please. Just grabbing a drink, nice. Do, 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 do. $115, that's nice. That's cool. I have one of these really, really fancy drawing monitors, like an actual screen, and I never use it. Just kind of sad. You mean you live in the US, but yeah, work was tough. You're also getting back into working out, and the first one was a doozy. Hi Layla, how are you? Happy Saturday. Yeah, I do feel like living in the US is as good an excuse as any to be tired when you're off. Pretty much lost the use of your legs for 2 days. Jeez. That must have been one hell of a workout. Did I hear Las Vegas turned into a ghost town? I did not hear, no. For 115 a bargain, to be honest. Losing your locker at work comes out when you got time to learn and you started using it last weekend. Nice. I might wishlist it and see if it comes up on Prime or something like that. On some sort of offer. You're alright, you got a new BMX bike yesterday, nice, but you have to wait until Monday. Oh. That's like Christmas flashbacks where you'd get like a new toy and there was no batteries included or something like that. Like, I will never be a parent, but I can always appreciate those parents who pre-build their toys for their kids before Christmas and like do all the PlayStation 5 updates and stuff before they give them to the kids on the weekend or on Christmas, so they can actually start using it straight away instead of having to wait for hours and hours. Didn't feel like much of the time turning one up to weight, but you knew it was a bad idea. Yeah, it's if you're not used to it, it's not necessarily the weight; it's just a repetitive motion. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I did, like I was saying earlier, I was doing gardening yesterday, and I didn't really do very much. Cut the grass, both gardens, did some weeding around there's like a gravel strip in front of the house to like it works as a moisture protective strip so your grass isn't right up against the wall. Did some weeding in there, trimmed back a bit of like a thorny bush that grows next to the house, like a rose bush kind of thing. Should like shoveled away the grass growing in between the pavement. I've got like big tiles leading up to the front door. We never use the front door, so we never really see the front garden. And it was just, yeah, it was a bit. It needed some help, but it looked really. But now my legs are killing me, and I think it's from bending over and picking up all the weeds, pulling those out. I think that's what's killing me now. Oh, dropped my cup. Oh, Chris did a bit of coaching for you, but it's hard to be consistent with fibro. Yeah. Got okay, then had a big flare up and had to stop, disheartening to go back to the start. Yeah, but your muscles do remember though. So if you would start back up, you would get back to where you were quicker than the first time round. You've got a fancy drawing pad too. You spent a couple of hours trying to get it to work with Clip Studio and not getting it to work, still sitting there 3 years later. Yeah. Yeah, I have a like I was saying, I have a really fancy monitor that I actually can draw on. Basically a massive tablet, but it's a monitor. It's really, really cool. And I haven't touched it in about 5 years, I want to say, if not longer. And I kind of hate myself for it because it's really cool. But I also know that I just, at the moment, just don't have the time. Or I don't make the time, I guess is probably more accurate. For learning a new skill. It feels like with limited time at the moment, I feel like I want to be doing a hobby that makes me happy, something that makes me feel good. And I know that if I do something like learning how to draw digitally, whereas that will be a help in the long run, and I'll be happy when I have mastered this software, etc. Whilst I'm doing it, I'll be absolutely miserable, furious, and basically using my free time as a way to be sad. So this is why I'm not doing it at the moment. At least that's my excuse. I'm sure that's a therapist would probably have something to say about it, but it's yeah, that is why. You did your research with an off-brand, don't remember, I had good reviews. Yeah. You have hobbies that you don't touch for years but then circle back around to eventually. Yeah, I think I have some level of neurodivergency of some sort. We haven't really been able to determine what yet, but apparently the having a million hobbies and getting into a million different ones and then dropping them for years and not touching them, and that apparently is an often happening thing. You're off. Have a good night. Have a good night or good afternoon. Yeah, it's probably about 4 o'clock for you. Bye, girl painting. Streaming got you back into your leather work, yes. And chainmail. Also some spinning on stream. That can be a bit boring to watch. I mean, spinning is the kind of thing that you would do whilst watching something yourself, technically speaking. I think that is how it started, right? People would just sit at the fire at night and do spinning because it doesn't require an awful lot of attention, and you can do all your other bits when you have good light during the day. That's where your superpower comes in. You get to do it at work time while getting paid. Yeah. See, that'd be cool. I would be quite happy to do it at work. But Yeah, like I've been thinking like, oh, if it's quiet, why do I not? Why wouldn't I read my book or something? And I'm thinking, oh well, technically I could hoover the office, or I could clean the bathroom, or something like that, and I just really can't be arsed. And I know that's not really I guess not really a good mindset, but here we are. Spicy minds need novelty. Yeah, I just everything is so repetitive at the moment. Like everything is the same every day, and it's exhausting. It just drives me absolutely up the wall. Three hours and everything takes 340 hours. It's about 2 weeks straight time. Yeah. Zombie and Baldy, how are you? Thank you so much, Zombie. Thank you for the raid. How are you? Thank you for the shout out, Cat. I appreciate that. Hello, Raiders. How are you doing? How is it going? Zombie is zombieing out. That is fair enough. It is very late for Zombie, so I'm not surprised if I'm honest. Gonna raid and run? Yeah, of course. Go have a sleep. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. I will try and look after your raiders as best I can. Did a big old festival today. Jeez. What kind of festival? Lots and lots of stuff otherwise. Yeah, that'll knacker anyone out. There's more to it though. If you already draw, then learn to draw on time as an adjustment. Yeah, so I really struggle with like mastering the software. And I know that that's a bit of a cop-out, but if it isn't making my life easier, why is it there, or why is it doing it? Or like, why am I using it? That's sort of how it feels. Is this the Age of Sigmar carriage? Yes, this is the black coach from the Nighthaunt army. So I've got some horses, I've got coach. Coach is nearly there. I think it's there or thereabouts. I still probably need to do some weathering on it. Horses are getting there. I've got some ghosts that are like getting there, partway there. And this driver with his little cloak thingy. But yeah, I still need to do a lot. And it's yeah, there's a lot to do. And I realized earlier that because I did OSL on the coach, like there and here on the wheels and stuff, or some like a beginners type OSL, I now need to do it on the horses as well. The issue with learning new skills, social pressure and personal expectation make it harder to learn. Yeah, I agree. I find it very difficult, but that's more because I'm just really hard on myself.
Where are the wet paper palette sheets?
Just have an arm reaching around, a little reach around. And a whisper in my ear, where are the wet palette sheets? top drawer is the answer. But yeah, I make things really hard for myself because I am really hard on myself, and it's not a healthy way to do things, but unfortunately it is kind of how I'm wired. I can't remember a time where I've not been really, really hard on myself, so it's just one of those things. Even the background is Nighthold, yeah. Got this ghost of a man behind me. It's haunted. Yeah. You see the occasional hint of an arm or a head. The cops are undead, yeah. Give me a constitution check for that. As a kid, you haven't yet developed that monster that yells at you to do work and be a good person and don't waste our. Yeah, exactly. You don't have that voice at all? No, not at all. Of course not. Oh, I don't. No, of course not. Why would you? That be. No, but I go from hyper productive, like all of a sudden doing the garden, because I feel like that needs to be done, to then being too tired to do anything else and having to go for a nap or go have a bath or something to reset. I can relate, yeah. So what you're saying is you have ADHD. Well, according to the tests, I don't. I have ADHD tendencies, but I'm not diagnosable, apparently. They want me to test for autism instead, but yeah, we shall see. Yeah. Spectrum, not a black and white thing. There's also, yeah. Honestly, I just wish I would get a diagnosis. I just don't, at this stage, just tell me what's wrong with me, please. You could use another hour of sleep, you also want to use today for productive stuff. Right now you're stuck. If you sleep, you might be more productive later, or you might, yeah. Hit me, ADHD. You officially diagnosed Black Dog Painting. That's awesome. I appreciate it, thank you. ADHD, 3 counselors said so. Good enough for you. Yeah, absolutely. I had two tell me that, oh yeah, you're kind of... You have ADHD tendencies, but not ADHD enough to be fully ADHD, so I guess fine. Now waiting for Psychiatry UK to pull their finger out and speak to me about an autism assessment, so we shall see. Your assessor saw your mini painting set. I was like, "Yup, you got autism." I mean, I know. You think the world is making it people ADHD learning? Most entertainment companies focus on dopamine control these days. I mean... Oh, thank you. Adding all of the commands. Much appreciated. Oh, doom scrolling is my curse. I'm not as bad as I used to be, but I definitely still do it. I do try and limit myself to like at least consuming sort of healthy media stuff. 2 things you can do for me, okay? Add socials page to your website that has Insta, Twitch and the Discord link. You can point command. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's just links on there at the moment. Not just me, no, I know. I think the whole world is there's a way, but you don't know how to get Night to randomly fire off commands ever. Oh, yeah. Occasionally just slap the link in there and stuff, yeah. See, that's another one of those things where I don't particularly enjoy doing stuff like that. Nightbot stuff and things like that. So when I have time to hobby, I spend my time doing hobby stuff and not doing techie stuff, if that makes sense. It's very silly, really, but would be good to have socials, commission paid, etc. Getting dropped. Yeah, absolutely. You need to get back into long form media again. Struggle to sit through a movie or put enough time into a game to get somewhere. Yeah, but something like the website stuff is easy enough for me to do from work. I have been doing it from work, so that is. Something I will add. Your former IT taking to relate to not wanting to spend spare time on tech and stuff. Yeah, but at least you understand tech well enough. Like for me, it's actually like it can be. Most of the time, I'm not bad, and considering how terrible everyone else at my work is, I'm like the tech wizard there, which is kind of crazy to think about, really. But it just takes me a lot of brain power, if that makes sense. You need your login for Nightbot, so don't worry about it for now. No, okay. Fewer time between calls with Twitch usually. Yeah, but that's nice, isn't it? Like, I think it's nice anyway. But like, I can't really sit at the office, sit at work, and just sit there watching Twitch all day. Not only would I go absolutely stark raving mad, I would also feel really bad. I'm one of these people who normally has a really like good work ethic, and I've really struggled that I'm feeling the way I am at work. So I don't like it. Right, you need to go lurk for a while. Try and get back later. No worries, Kat. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. I always enjoy having you here, so thank you. And thank you for the lurk. No patience. Which is ironic, considering I'm painting minis. Right, glowy, glowy, glowy. Bonk indeed.
I'm not a shrink.
Thank you. Stretch. You guys are looking after me today with all the stretches and the hydrates and the... Thank you. Much appreciated. Glazing really isn't a technique for me. I am way too impatient. Oh, nearly. It's getting the job done. But holy moly, schlo. I'll end up putting more paint on there than I really should. That's not a glaze. No, I know. I know. That's because Mummy's impatient. You gotta go put away your toys and get some work for the remainder of the shift. That's a good one. Thanks for hanging out, Jace. I appreciate it. And thank you for the link. I will have to wishlist that at some point. Because that might be the kind of thing that I could actually do while I'm at work. Without feeling too bad about it. Maybe. Has anyone seen Mini Matty in a while? I haven't actually. No, have you? Or are you asking because you also haven't and... You haven't either? Yeah, no. Sometimes, I mean, people do sometimes just disappear for a bit. Obviously that is... It's nice if we know where they go so we don't get worried, but... Jack, hi, how are you? I'm assuming Jack first. Aloha, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining Zombies Raid. Saw him this morning and he's been live loads. Oh, okay. School holidays. That's it. Your lot has been for 7 years. Jeez. That's alright then, so it's not a disappearance, more of a timing thing. Yeah, I'm not bad, thank you. I was silly enough to start this project with a bit of OSL on the excuse me, on the carriage, and then I realized I would have to try and do something like it on the rest of the, on the rest of the model as well. So now I'm trying to fix that slightly, and obviously I'm very impatient, so I'm not doing the best job of it, but not the worst either. So I'm not upset with how it's going so far. A tiny bit of the, you can't really see it as well on camera as you can here. Finally saw your Pupper's Fire Munch remind you of the half chow, half border collie on Instagram. Have I got pictures of my dog on Instagram? Oh, just my profile picture. Yeah, he's he looks more like a like a large Pomeranian, really. See if I can show a picture. with some cream on his chin. Yeah, he's very cute. He's very cute. A bit barky, but that is kind of the breed, so I can't really fault him for that. Actually, exactly the tail yours had, but yeah, oh yeah, the tail is up, but yeah. It's closer to a husky. Oh, cute. Yeah, I love dogs, unsurprisingly. Yeah, the fluffy tail, the curly tail is a very silly thing. Like, there's not much in there. It's almost like a little rat tail kind of thing. Just a lot of hair on it. But he's ridiculously cute. He like when I'm walking around, he doesn't really like when people like approach me when I'm on the lead. So he's a bit protective of me, which is fair enough. But then when he's off the lead, he's just really cute and fun, and but it's always funny because like, oh, he's so cute. Yeah, wait until you get close. It's like, yes, he looks cute. He would always hurt people in a friendly way if you were around, but if he didn't know you, oh my, his Chow came out. Yeah, God, yeah, that Chow knows how to hurt. That is possibly one of the worst combinations you could have. Obviously amazing for his family, but for anyone else it's like, yikes. You found a huge amount of blood once when someone tried up back door. Ooh. Yeah, that is that's a Chow. That is what they were bred to do. G would be exhausted with these ones, yeah, I bet he would. Apparently he had a really fun time with the beagle earlier at the park, so I'm glad. He goes to doggy daycare, and he always has a really good time. So he's a social dog. He's just not like a super playful dog, if that makes sense. Right, you've decided to take the most forgiving route today. You're going to get some rest. Nice. I think that's a good shout. Be kind to yourself and allow yourself a little bit of a break. I guess sleep well in that case. Thank you. I will do my best. So far, so good. I have been eyeing my banana bread for ages, though. I should probably have another bite. I think if you were around those five, it'd be a mix of Flea Play. Like, when he stays with my friend who has two dogs, one of them is a working spaniel and the other one is a cockapoo. They're like that all day. Play, 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 play. And they all crash out in the afternoon, and then they just sleep. It's very cute. We get really cute videos and photos of 3 very tired dogs who were having a blast and then overdid it slightly. Like sometimes some dogs, the pictures we get from daycare, some of the dogs, they just go for a nap. They'll just go sleep on the sofas there, or they take themselves away to go for sleep. George does not go for a sleep. He comes back to us, gets in the car, has a little treat in the car, and then absolutely crashes out when we open the boot again when we get home. He'll just be like in the back. It's really cute. He's just a very cute dog. Puddle of puppies, yeah. I mean, those dogs are just ridiculously cute in that, like, I wish he could sleep more with and play more with them, but they live quite far away, so but like, these are his friends. That to me is just too cute. Like, how can you? But they like when they're all together, we had some pictures of the 3 of them on a walk together. And it's just like the bestest of boys, and it just makes me really happy that they're together and when they can play and stuff. So yeah, I wish they could play more often, but they moved to a town about an hour drive away from us, like 50 minutes away. So it's not as easy anymore as when they lived just 20 minutes up the road. Yeah, I love dogs. They make me very happy, so whenever they can play together and have a good time, that just makes me smile, so. Trying as best I can to do this really quick and dirty OSL without giving myself a complex. Just call it leg day. Yeah. I mean, for the dogs it would be, so yeah, that makes sense. Gonna lurk some and find yourself a movie. Nice. Enjoy. I hope you have a... Well, you pick a nice one. Pick something fun and chill. At least that's what I would do. And thank you for the lurk. I just noticed I managed to get brown on there, which I don't really know how I did that, but... Must fix. Horthy Facey. Hello, 10,000 orcs. How are you? Thank you for the raid from Zombie, or for hanging out, or for sticking. How are you today? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you. Right. Oh, thank you. I am trying to work out if I've put enough half-hearted OSL on this model to say that it's sort of done. I mean, this part of it anyway. I think so. Maybe put a tiny tip of like extra light bright. Yo!
Good to you to do the last edge highlights on these guys because they're a bit tricky to get to.
That's awesome. Want to show?
No, it's all cool.
Yeah, I think that is probably going to be as good as it will get without me giving myself a complex. Because I'm not going to dry brush that. Okay. Okay. Leave those. Now, I should probably stick a bit of that dirty down on the other metal bits. Wait, I have Q-tips. Why am I torturing myself with a piece of paper if I actually have a Q-tip? How did I manage to get brown on there? That's actually impressive. Need to do like a rust on the bronze as well. Have to get myself the. Pretty sure I have. Yeah, I do. I have an oxide. Awesome. I should have to paint that on though. Try, it's really sticky, this stuff. Not that anyone is going to check the underside of this carriage, but that's what I get for being a problematic overachiever.
Yeah.
Look behind you, on the other side, over your other shoulder. Dog was being very cute. Right, now... Oh god, this is actually still new, so... That says something about how often I've used this stuff. Never. Another Q-tip for posterity. Yeah, I feel like if it's easily wiped off, then that's not where the water would pool, so cool. Hi, little man. Little fluffy man. How are you doing? Hi, bud. You're a good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy. He is a good boy. Yeah, I know. Ooh. That's it. He is he's like, I would like to go do something now, please. It's like, but George, bit of a lazy dog. What is it that you want to go do? It's like, I don't know. Nothing really, but just something. Thank you for the hydrate. And for the stretch. Do, do, do. See, I feel if the wheels aren't on the ground, they probably aren't turning. So that means that they probably have water pooling in them. We have a little bit on here as well. Okay. That can have rust on it because that is like a different type of metal. Shake, shake, shake. Cool. Cap on that. Now, because I'm a perfectionist, let's do the underside. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Right. Kickstand, thank you very much for the follow. Ooh, 410. That's bad. And it's still very loud. Apologies for the deafening scream of my Twitch. Yeah, give that a chance to dry for a bit. Probably nearly at the funny number. Hell yeah. You have this model, but you haven't done anything with it yet. Oh, but it's so fun. It is probably, well, some of the most fun I've had with a model yet. It is really, really cool. It's really fun to paint, and we're getting to a stage where I'm not upset with how things look anymore, which is always quite nice. Oh, thank you. Exactly, now's the time to be inspired. Yeah, I've got ghosts to do still, and I realized earlier that because I've been doing OSL here, that I need to obviously do OSL in other areas as well. All of this is going to give off light, so I'm gonna have to go back in and add more. Because I'm a silly sausage. But yeah, it's a really, really cool model. I am having a lot of fun with it. Just yeah, didn't realize quite how much glowy shit there was on this thing, which is duh. We're painting literal ghosts with like whatever is glowy stuff on them, so God, it gives us tough stuff. Just such a silly sausage. It really does. No, please, please, why? Because you're a sausage, and that's why. Because you can deal with it, because you're a big girl. Am I though? Yes, you are. Nighthaunt favourite? Yeah, no, probably Sylvaneth, to be honest. But Nighthaunt close second. Yeah, they are very fun. I haven't painted much of them yet. I think Lady Olinder, was my first Nighthaunt model that I actually painted. And I went like all pastel and Buzzword, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, I really enjoyed. They are really fun to paint. They are a little bit less unforgiving than a little bit more unforgiving. Like the Sylvaneth is literally you can slap some paint on and look cool. They are very easy to paint. Nighthaunt are slightly trickier, but they are very fun. And they look really cool. You don't play much anymore, but you enjoy assembly and painting. I mean, I don't play at all, if I'm honest. For me, it's all painting. I do very little assembling as well because my partner quite enjoys the building. So I'm quite lucky that I can just do what I enjoy most, which is the painting. But it's yeah, if you don't need to build an army, you can just paint whatever models you like, which is a big, in my opinion, a big advantage. Orcs and Nighthaunt, and then 40k Orcs and Tyranids. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. I don't think I've ever painted a Tyranid. I paint very little 40k. I've done a few Sisters and like a couple of Space Marines just because I feel like I should learn how to do that. But I've done very little of it. Mostly because there's so many really cool Age of Sigmar models that I don't really feel like I need to branch out yet. It's okay, you can keep him entertained by giving him armies he can stomp with his Mickey boys. He does like Mickey boy stomping. Gonna make some World Eaters so Angron isn't just pretty and alone. Angry Ronald would be I would be grateful, I imagine. Thank you for the follow, Blastbang. Welcome to the stream. Hope everyone's doing well today. Gotta buy maybe another army carry case for Christmas so we can see how many cards. How would he carry that though? I mean, one of these cases on the underground is challenge enough. He's got two hands. Big strong boy. I pay for taxi. Yeah, Uber is maybe worth it in that case. Glow up. Not that anyone is going to look at the underneath of my model, but I will know it's there. Okay, now let's see. Oh Christ, where are the horses? Okay, so that's on the side and the top and the front of each. Okay. Ay ay ay. Remind me why we do this to ourselves? Because you enjoy it. You have a great time when you're painting. It's like, yeah, true. But oh my god. Why does everything glow on this model? Well, Flunch, no one's going to be scrutinizing your manky OSL as much as you are. Okay. Tiny bit of the Tesseract. Not too much because I will overpower. Okay. Let's see what happens if I put this together. I'll still need to do OSL on this bloomin' rider later. Where did I put my... Here it is. God, this is going to be interesting. Is that supposed to go in? Or Mrs. I'm pretty sure that one's supposed to be on. Yeah. I'm also pretty sure that they're supposed to be able to go in, so I'll have to create a bit of space, I think. Possibly lube the thing up. Yeah, I know, you heard. The tiny thin coat of paint on these prongy bits is proving problematic. Seth, how are you? Don't break, don't break, don't break, don't break. You're adulting today? Ugh. How's it going? don't know if it's the right attitude, but it's the right response, I think. It's like, I don't think any one of us is particularly excited about doing adult stuff. It's the right attitude as well. I'm trying to plan a palette for you. Ooh. A palette? Oh, as in like a palette, as in color palette. Pinks and greens is usually what people go for zombie dragons, isn't it? I was like, are you going to ship it somewhere? No. You want to go weird? Ooh. Weird in what way? Please don't break. Please don't break. It's going to be my new song. Boom, 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 boom. You are not allowed to break on me, or so help me. It's very adult of you as well to actually plan out your color schemes in advance. I normally have a vague idea and then I just slap paint on until it looks like the way I like it. But it's definitely worth planning your stuff. I feel like it's having glowing on the inside, like it's being held together. Ooh. That'd be cool. So, purple magic or? Or green? Okay, that's going in now. That's going in now. Awesome. Pro tip for anyone wanting to paint the black coach: do not paint little promy things that the horse assembles with, because the moment you put paint on it, it does not fit anymore. And this thing is fragile AF. Don't know if I'm actually doing the wise thing by putting it together without glue in there. Just wanting to check. Just wanting to check what it will look like. Okay, that's pretty sick. Okay. I don't know if he'll come back out again. Oh no. Oh no. Come on. Oh yeah, this is scary, man. Bastard.
Left-handed sticks, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Bear with. Give me 2 seconds. I literally have the most free. I can't let this go.
Where are they?
Give me 2 seconds.
Oh, can you just tell me where they are?
No, because I can't remember.
Oh,
Right. Okay. So we've got these options. We have these and these. No, leave it. That's. I understand who you said that to. So. Right. So much glowy stuff. Right, tiny bit more. More glow. More glow! The entire time you've been working on that one angle win. Nice. Are you getting the progress you want though? Because there's no fun if you're not actually feeling like you're getting anywhere. 1511 rep into our... Jeez. That's kinda crazy, man. I think I'm sat on 7. %, is good going. I'd be quite happy with that. Gotta paint some silver rings, some skulls, edge highlights, some veins, and red wash, black wash. Then done. Nice. Yeah, so? You have time. Not loads, granted, but enough. You're farther ahead than I am. Right. let's go scary time. Glue this in because otherwise I will never call it quits. Bonk to you too. One set of horsies. Be brave, don't hesitate. That's one. And two. Haha. Yeah, still painting. But also building. Which is kind of scary on this model because it's everything is so fragile and wing 2, head, body, arms, legs, weapons, armor, tactical rock, and then we're on basing. Yeah, it's Oh Christ. Must have leaked some glue. Stay. It's massive, this thing. Like, looking at it, like here, I'm not surprised that it's taken me freaking forever because this thing is huge. In a good way, don't get me wrong, but it's huge. Right. Cool. This is a really, really cool model. It is terrifying in all the best ways. What do you call a ghost sex toy? I don't know. You tell me. That is terrible, and I both love and hate it. Whilst we're on fixing greens, I should fix this green. Can't believe you said that, an Inspector Gadget. Ugh. That is so terrible, that's funny. Fix, fix, fix. Okay, Games Workshop, you've done it. You've made a really, really, really cool model. It is just yet another super flimsy one. Oh. Right, that's put together. I think next stream I hope to be putting some more color on my the ghosts, so that they don't look as sad as they look at the moment. Put this out of the way somewhere safe. Right, as it is now 5:30, I shall have a quick look to see who is alive on Twitch. Anyone who is streaming. Is that... I think it is... I do like their painting. I think I might go back, might go over to Night Whisper again, because they make some awesome stuff. They work with oil paints primarily. I am going to, yeah, I've had a really productive stream today. I've done a lot of painting. My model is coming together, which is nice. And yeah, can't complain really. So, thank you everyone for hanging out with me. Thank you for joining me on this lovely Saturday for yeah, chats, and thank you for all the new follows. Thank you for the sub, and yeah, I hope everyone has a lovely rest of the Saturday. I'm going to create a raid. I'm going to send us over to a Night Whisper. They make, well, they do some really awesome stuff, so I think you guys will like it. If there's anything you want to tell me, by all means drop me a line, either in the Discord or here on Twitch. I am available for chats and stuff, so have a lovely rest of your Saturday, and I shall hopefully see you again on Wednesday afternoon. Bye.